Mesdames and messieurs, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. It's the MRC show, of course. It never ends. We're back. Second week. This week we have bicycled our way down to the Port Ricard circuit. It's close to the village of Le Castellet in France for round 2 of the MRC Championship. We are here with Tier 2 this evening. Last week, obviously, we got Season 8 off to an incredible, exciting start in the hills of Austria. Well, let's see what they can bring us this week. But before the action gets underway and we bring you all of the qualifying session, I will have to introduce, of course, the man of many names. Some refer to him as Le Lion de Poisson, some Le Roi Lion, others just call him Mark. It's a very own Simba. Good evening.
Bonjour!
Ah, bonsoir.
I'm very good, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks, my friend. Pretty good. Just about dried off and recovered from a wet weekend, but yeah, pretty good. Looking forward to this one. We've got a dry quali, which is great news.
That's always good. Wet's a little bit tricky here. I remember from last game, I haven't tried it on this one.
No, it's a very low grip circuit here in France, so yeah, I'm sure many of the drivers are going to be praying for the dry and not any little triplets of, well, of any dampness. And of course, as we are here in the Francais, we've got to do a little bit of the Night Shadow-esque, with a couple of different nicknames for people this weekend, tonight. What will yours be? Well, if you're tuning in, folks, well, I'm sure we can come up with something for you.
Oh, nicknames, I love that.
Oh, yes. Now, to be fair, I don't even know why I clicked onto tyres then, because you're obviously now in the new game when you get 4 sets of the soft tyres to use. Who was the first person on our lap?
Seb Mail.
Is Seb Mail the first person? I was on board with Seb Mail.
Of course, in the Alpine, which is perfect for where we are.
It is, yes. Home Grand Prix for the blue and the pinks.
And
I think someone left the flag in the wash too long, and the red seeped into the whites, and now you've got the pinks. It's always everyone's done it. Everyone's left a wrong shirt or wrong top in the wash. I'm not going to lie, I did it about 2 weeks ago. My girlfriend went ballistic.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
No, she had a very lovely dress, a white dress, and I didn't see it in the washing machine and put the bedding in, which was blue.
Oh dear.
Yes. She's not. Don't think I'm really allowed to use the washing machine anymore.
You're still in trouble now, are you?
Oh yeah, I'm never going to leave that down. Ever live that down, ever. But, well, yeah. I'm sorry, I've just got images of it in my head now, so we're gonna move swiftly on from that one. Who have
Tom
we?
Brown.
Yeah, we're on with the Brown machine in the Red Bull. He's going to be the one to finish his lap after Samuel forcing invalidated. Coming in to the last.
Our newest permanent driver in Tier 2.
He is, yes. Come back from injury, he absolutely had an unbelievable race in Tier 3, and now he comes into Tier 2 and sets an up lap of a 132.6. That's a lot quicker than I can do, and I'm supposed to be top Tier 1. Do you want to swap, Tom?
Banker, to be fair.
Yeah, shall we swap? Please. Who's next? Who we got crossing the line? Let's go on board with the Hassman of Stringy B. I haven't got a nickname for him, but I'm sure we'll come up with something for the cheese string.
Is it G-string or G-string?
Well, we are in France, so we'll have to go with the G-string, I do believe. I think it's only right. It is
Stu Vine's asking if you had rum at the time.
What, when I put the no, actually, I probably had done the night before, though.
I think you drunk everything the night before, from what I can gather.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, one of the nights I was away, yeah, we went through a lot of them. The bar was supposed to close at 9:30, and there we were still with it open at 10:30. It went well.
Well, if they're making the money, they'll stay open.
How they did for us.
I know I'm going to go on board with it at the moment.
Well, we're coming on board with
himself.
Derryog, who for this night, for tonight, the Derry girl is going to be known as the Dame de la Nuit, or otherwise the Lady of the Night. For those who do not speak any French, which is be me. But we're not going to give that away.
Very, very limited.
Oh, yes. With the help of Google and Google Translate.
Awesome. I'm just seeing where Bossman's going to put himself.
Yes, so that is
the Willy Boy for the night.
He is, so we're going to look down. Where's he gone? He's gone up into second. So we have got 2 stand-ins tonight, actually 3 late stand-ins. We will come to the 3rd. Single track, our boss man is fresh back home, back to the... Well, I don't know, he's technically well in the Wales. He is in tonight in the Williams. He is part of the Willy Boy family for this evening. And he is joined in the Williams by... Is he on track? Where's he gone?
He's in pit lane.
That'll be why I can't find him. Mr. Hugo Boss himself is joining us this evening. So that's great to have those 2 on board. And a last-minute stand-in for their debut as well, which is Hugo's debut, is the gentleman who's currently in 8th in Aston. It's the GML. You will see him in store in B&M and Home Bargain stores near you, selling many range of cleaning products and the like. So do keep your eyes open for GML, because surely there'll be a stand with a TV on it. And you'll wonder where that noise came from.
Harsh but funny.
It's true. It's true. So let's have a look. We have got our Mr. Hobnob tonight as the Biscuit Digestif. That is Carl Edens. He is there in the Alfa Romeo. Through
watching the Firecock himself.
Otherwise known.
Oh, that was really wide. I'm surprised he didn't invalidate that.
Yes, otherwise the Coq de Few, the Coq de Few, or the Cock of Fire.
The Coq de Spun.
The Coq de Oh, you'll have to bear with us tonight, folks. It's going to be a long qualifying session for you lot. So, yeah, exactly. Digestif is on an outlap, so we'll cut back. We've got Hugo Boss is also on an outlap. He has got I do believe, it is a red car Rambo ahead of him, otherwise known as a Voiture Rouge in a McLaren, also on an outlap.
Shouldn't he be in the Ferrari since he's a red car fan?
Well, it should be that. A Rouge, a man of Rouge, a man of red, and let's have a look with the genie in a bottle, or the genie dans une bouteille. As he starts his first flying lap, already halfway through the session, and 11 people have got times on the board. Very easy to spin though around here, I find.
Yeah, as Charles Leclerc found at the weekend as well.
Well, there is that. I keep thinking it's today because I only came back last night at about 10:30, so I watched the highlights back today. So everything is the weekend and yesterday, and I keep thinking it's today. I've lost a day somewhere.
That's because you weren't at work today.
Yeah, well, I'm off all week, which is rare.
Nice for you, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to make the most of it. There'll be many rums drunken, I can assure you that.
Probably many hours on this game as well.
Well, I need it, so I hope so. If I get the time to, I certainly will try. I do believe that the genie in a bottle has just had a purple middle sector as well. So,
you're right there.
Yeah, he's on an absolute flyer. Let's ride on board with the man. God, he comes up to turn 12, which is, well, inappropriately named Bendor. Going through 13 Galiaban into 14, which is Lach. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing these right, but hey ho, we'll have a good go. Turn 15, the last corner, which is Punt. And then Powers gets the traction down. DRS will be wide open as he Powers takes the shortest run to the line. And what can he do? He does a 1:35, which is currently in 9th place. for the genie.
Speaking of purple sector, we seem to have our purple sector 1 in the chat. Craig says evening all.
Good
As
evening.
does Geke Matthew, Gibbon, RFC Danny, and Chappers. And Stuvine.
Good to have everybody. Oh, the leaky hosepipe has decided to tighten himself up a little bit, and he does a 32-4 and goes provisional pole position. The cheese string, or the G string, as he is tonight, as we are in Le France. He is. And bonsoir, messieurs. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Ça va? I think.
Ça va bien?
That's the one, I was right. I haven't been to school for a lot of years.
It's been a long time since
I did French. I didn't do well in French. I mean, I'm northeast. I barely speak English, so I can't really say too much.
We speak proper English.
Yeah, aye, proper English, lad. Border with Yorkshire, lad. We talk proper English around here.
Exactly. God's own county.
Exactly.
And Cal puts it 11th.
Yeah, he does. Good laps. That's only just as well behind the Stubalicious. We've got the two McLarens lying astern. 3 tenths separating those two guys, as I do believe they are actually together on track as well. Someone giving another a tow. I mean, they are good at teamwork, those two, so hopefully looking forward to that through this evening. So 2 people left to set the lap time. We have got the Lady of the Night, the Dame de la Nuit, in the Alpha Tauri, still to set a lap time, and Hugo Boss himself.
The Brawn Shaver.
The Boss. Well, there's no grass to cut round here, so you'll be cutting it a bit fine. Oh, there's definitely going to be something we can come up with that one.
Well, maybe on an... Oh, needs the Brawn spun.
Yeah, he has. So let's have a look. Who's on a lap? The Bossman is, wow, on a lap.
I didn't know Braun made washing machines.
No.
Because he went for a spinning good time there. Everybody seems to be on cooldown laps.
Yeah, they are. Or it's like we said, it's easy to spin and it's easy to invalidate or spin and just make a mistake on here. The grip.
Who said Mail's just started one?
Where is the Madame?
It's just invalidated. Spoke too soon.
Yep.
Stu seems to be up.
Yep, Stubalicious is up. He's got a little bit of traffic. Takes a wide line through 11 up to 12, which was. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce these names. I prefer it when I'm in Holland. Never have a go at those.
They are some amusing names.
Oh yeah.
This is why we needed a Legavine joining us.
Yes. Oh, Stu's got the last corner. He just clipped a curb. He was on a really good lap as well. Oh, will he be able? Does he have the fuel on board? Is he able to do a cool down? He's got about 4 minutes left, and it seems to be pretty quiet on track. We're going to nip down through all the people in the pit lane as the Lady of the Night is trying again. That is one of my favourite places to spin around there, which is turn 6, and then through 7 onto the Mistral Straight. Where one of the main DRS zones here, where you can reach in excess of over 200 miles an hour before breaking into 8 and then 9, which is Montreal, or through onto turn 10. Oh, he did cut the corner, but didn't seem to invalidate, using every bit of track and a little bit more. It comes into 10, which is, I think it's pronounced Scene. It's better than saying Signs.
Scene seems to be what I've heard for it as well.
That'll do. We'll go with that. Runs wide into Barset, which he can actually do and get away with, and he can give you a good drive up to 12. It's just an ever closing, ever tightening, long corner through 13, flat out into 14. Try to get the late break and keeps it nice and tight in the middle of the track, and then flips back. Another good spinning spot, actually. Into 15, the way can give a go, and let's say, what can the Derry girl do as he crosses the line? He pops into 10th.
Might be worth jumping on board with Tom Brown. He seems to be on a right mission.
Yeah, it was just looking at that.
Purple sector 1 and 2. He's 6 tenths up.
That's right, on board with The injury-prone Brown takes that wide line. Half throttle, just feathering that throttle, keeping the traction. Runs very, very wide. Doesn't invalidate though. May have cost him a little bit of time. Takes that wide line. Upshifts very early through 12 to get the power down. Keep the traction. Doesn't want the rear kicking out or sliding. I think, wow, there's a bit of thing. Oh, the Williams. Oh, that's really put him off. The Williams went in front of him. Through 14. Comes out to 15. How's this lap time going to be? Gets the ARS wide open. Runs towards the line in a 32. Oh, he lost about 4/10 actually.
Yeah, lost a big chunk, but he's still taking the pole provisionally.
Yeah, it was. I think it might have been Hugo Braun that actually spun. Yeah, he just entered the pits. So yeah, really unfortunate for Tom at the end of that. Womack is down and on a slow lap again. We've got quite a lot of people now on an out lap. And this is one where they're hoping for track evolution, hoping that it's going to really help them through, and I don't really think it's going to.
Let's have a look at Seb Mail in the French car. See if he can actually get through without invalidating at the moment. Because every time he tries, he seems to get a bit unlucky at turn 2.
Yeah, it does. It does. Ansets Pinot Senior.
Just gone at 6.
Where we're looking.
Oh, the McLarens are definitely playing toe games here.
Yeah, on an out lap. Finding on an out lap, I think was helping his teammate. Yep, he was. So let's have a look with the Voiture Rouge. And Finding has actually cut the corner and tried to give him another little bit of toe on the second part of the straight. Is he going to move out the way? He does, and dives off track. Rather interesting to watch, and Finding taking different lines.
Definitely a well communicated one.
It really is. It really is very well coordinated.
And then moving.
Yeah, exactly. And you can kind of do that in this track. There's a lot of run-off areas. You'll do very well to do a Charles Leclerc and shove it into a wall from here. So will there be safety cars? We will have to wait and see. This is going to be an improvement from Ryan, but where is he going to be able to go? He goes 11th with 33.5. And now, of course, on that basis, it is the turn of the Fanning, who I can't believe I don't have a nickname for. I'm disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed in you as well. I thought you had all this planned out.
Well, it's that facade I seem to have. It's all calm on the exterior and just internal panicking and making up as a goal. Oh no, Fanning spun! He went purple first sector and he's lost it at the most popular place, which will be turn 6. Oh dearie me, and this is going to be qualifying is nearly over. Currently Tom Brown's on pole. Womack has popped a stunk of a lap in. He is just less than a 10th further back, but now we've got the hosepipe. How can he respond? Is he up on his set time? He's going to go through sector 2 now, and he's 4/10 quicker at the moment. So are we going to see another? I'm sure he was pole position last week. Are we going to see?
I'm sure we will, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately the race didn't go his way as he slipped down the order, but are we going to see back-to-back pole positions for the gentleman who has just been demoted? Yeah, cool, that's a good one. Yeah, good laugh from Jacob.
Stringer B's invalidated. Fanning's obviously lost his time. How's Calvin doing?
Osman's going through the last corner. How's he going to do with the power? Doesn't use the outside curve. Gets the power down nice in the car in a straight line. DRS wide open. Hot lap on. What's going he do? He goes second. Just 300th of a second.
Calvin's going to be next one over the line.
Yeah, just quickly nip to him. Well, can he improve on his lap time? He doesn't. He does. But he got fifth. P5.
I think there's only...
There's the Wimpy girl who's invalidated. So, folks, that is it. This is going to be your grid. We have got Tom Brown takes pole position. Hosepipe in second. Womack is in third. That's the Mercedes boys line astern with Fire Rooster in fourth. Calvin Haas Azu is in fifth. Stringy B in sixth. Single track on his return takes seventh. That's a very impressive display from him. Fanning in 8th, the lead of the McLarens. The Digestive Biscuit is in 9th. Dumbest Hornet rounds out the top 10. When Debbie Girl, the Lady of the Night, is in 11th. Red Car Rambo is in 12th. Call Me the Brave, or Call Me the Wimp, in 13th. Vans in 14th. Sebmail 15th. Stupalicious in 16th. JML retired from the session. He will start in his debut in 17th position. Genie in 18th. Monster in 19th, or the Monster. He's going to have to come through and be an absolute monster through the field, and Hugo Boss will start and round out the field on his day as well.
Oh, let's see if we've got what racing conditions we've got then.
Yes.
That's quite an exciting qualifying. The top 3 separated by less than a tenth.
Exactly that. I know that is going to be very, very close. But
I think somebody called it in YouTube earlier that Tom Brown for the win.
I must have just smelled that.
I think it was Mindful Wasp.
Lewis is with us.
Money is on Tom Brown tonight.
Very nice. Chappers has said monster. The Monsters lap was on no ERS, so I must have forgotten to change that. That's so yeah, being a bit off the pace. So you would definitely probably been closer to the pack, I would have to say, with that.
Well, as we always say, points are won on the race, not the quali.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly.
And anything can happen here.
Certainly can. Certainly can.
Let's see, what have we got? That looks a little overcast.
It looks very overcast. It certainly does. The threat of rain could be in the air, and this is also going to make a big difference for those who may try to start with the hard compound tyres to get that warm-up. It's going to be very, very difficult for them. I think we may see a number of spinning tops, I reckon, this evening as they try to push. And it's one of those, even with warm tyres, you could be, 5 laps into your stint, tyre wear's good, and next thing you know, you're facing the wrong way.
Oh dear, Mr. Jenkins is threatening a 3-time champion in YouTube.
Oh, tread carefully, Mr. Jenkins.
He'll be at his fingertips in 70 minutes.
I mean,
he's coming up with all the nicknames.
Yes, I'm glad I don't listen to the chat while.
Oh, we've got a formation lap this week.
Yeah, we do. Let's have a quick look. Oh, a good mix. So a lot of people starting on the mediums. A lot of people actually starting on the alternate strategy and going for the hards. Both Mercedes starting on the hards, then everyone on the mediums down to Deliga, Rambo, Wimpy, Van, Sebmail, Stubalish, JML, Genie and Hugo Boss, and they're all on the hard tyres. Monster on the mediums, hoping for get that pace early on.
Personally, in this game, I really like the hards.
They've made them usable now.
I mean, I got a little bit messed up with trying to sort my strategy out in Austria and had to start on the hards, and it actually worked out.
Yeah.
So when we came to MRCX on Friday, I purposely left it on the hards. Because that just seemed to work. I haven't fully decided what I'm doing here, but I think if you don't have an early safety car and you know where they're looming, hards is a good starter.
Yeah, I think you're right with that one. I think you're definitely on to something.
I mean, it's personal choice. Some people prefer to be quick at the beginning.
Yeah, it's, you take a lot more chances, don't you? And there's a bit of a gap, I think. A few gaps in the field, which will soon close up. Who have we got in the chat while we wait for the cars to do their formation up and get the heat in their tyres? We've got a new nickname for me, which, Gav, you've got to come up with a better one than that. Not a fan. Gav Jenkins, never heard of her. That's quite sort of like that one. Let's have a look. Who have we got in the chat? Don't be afraid to join in, folks, if you're watching. Don't forget to like, to share the video on all your social media platforms, whether it's Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, MySpace, Bebo, all of that stuff. Just get it all shared, get it out there. Ring the bell, of course, and you'll get notifications of when we go live for every single race. 5 races per week.
Showing your age here, Bebo and MySpace.
It's a classic.
I see we've got MRC's #1 fan in the chat as well.
I don't have it down.
Mandy. Always watching.
Of course. Yes, that's many people, many people, because of these immersive grid slots, just getting disqualified from the session save mail now. Stubalicious, Monster, there's 5 currently. It doesn't make a huge difference, it's just frustrating, I think. Genie now as well. Now,
hopefully it doesn't...
It hasn't caused a glitch. We are nearly ready to go. Are we going to be able to see the lights? Let's have a look. It's 5 lights are ready to go, and away we are. Tom Brown, gets a lot of wheel spin off the line. Is that going to allow Hosepipe to have a run of him into turn 1? There's 4 abreast. Yeah, he did, but there's 4 abreast almost. I tell you, got an absolute lightning start. 5 Rooster up into second already. Hosepipe's going to have a bit of a fight. Oh, that's a synchronized spinning. Oh, Hosepipe, and I think it was swinging. Oh, there's a big crash.
Oh,
JML and Derrioga out already. Oh, JML. Oh my days. Return to sender. I think there is. We got yellows all over. There is a full safety car. Oh my days.
Wow. I guess we're going to be seeing that one afterwards.
Don't really know. It's synchronized. I think it was through. Some people took to the dived over turn 2. And a few people, it is so easy to lose the traction though, and I think that's what's happened. I tell you who the biggest winner and all that, and that's just at a glance. Hugo Boss has gone from 20th to 9th and all that. Genie's up into 10th. Fanning up into 3rd. He's had a good start. Rambo, Carl as well. Monster from 19th up to 7th. That, yeah.
Although turn 2, it just seemed like they all sort of shot out. So anybody who stayed in the middle of the track got a free run to go through.
Yeah, it was a strange one. Really strange, that one.
It looks like Martin got a couple of places back. He was down to 12th at one point.
Yeah, it was. He really got away with it.
with Derry Girls. And it seemed like Martin just didn't move.
Oh.
He just sort of froze. People started driving through him, and then he got going.
Oh, that's a strange one. Could have been a little bit, a bit of a glitch.
Or maybe just a little too throttle happy, because the starts are a bit rough on this one.
Yeah, a few people have pitted actually. Let's have a quick look. One of the first ones. New wing for Calvin and his zoo. Genie's got damage to his wing. Who's going to be off next? Seb Mail is next in the pits. We've also got Dubbers Hornet and front wing change as well. Stringy B's coming in. We've got Stubalicious in. He was caught up in that melee as well. Hugo Boss possibly had a wing change as well. So action aplenty already, folks.
Hugo definitely had a wing change.
The
only one I'm not sure did was Calvin.
Well, Calvin did. Yeah, he had a wing change.
Must have got himself a nice purple on the way in. Must have changed that very quickly.
Yeah, they did. So our leader, Tom Brown, managed to get away. He got a lot of wheel spin, managed to hold it. And he is still taking our lead. 5 Rooster up a couple of places. Fanning got a great start, avoided the melee and the spinning tops ahead of him. So did Carl, so did the other McLaren of Le Voiture Rouge. And then we've got Monster avoided absolutely everything, and so he finds himself up into 6th. Single Track is holding station in 7th now. Call me whatever you want to call me. Call me later, call me maybe. Yeah, just don't bother. He's in 8th, Van's in 9th. Husband's down, he was 2nd, he had that spin, and so did Womax in the other Mercedes. They had synchronized spinning through turn 2. Kelvin had the pit stop, so did Hugo Boss. Genie, Stringy B, Dumbers Honda, Set Mel, and Stoop have all been in the pits, and we've got 2 retirees already, which is Dairy Girl, and JML has now been refunded and has been withdrawn from shelves. Faulty product withdrawn from shelves, no longer for sale.
Fell apart at the first turn. I reckon what safety car in the end of this lap.
Yeah, you would have to say a field all bunch now. Yep.
Yep. Stubalicious is just about to join the back of it. Oh, Stringy B and Seb Mail have dived in the pit lane.
I'm pretty sure they've already been in as well.
They have.
So let's have a look now. Don't know if they've had. There's no penalties. I don't know if I've seen any damage on Seb Mail. He's just going for a tyre swap to set of hards and set of mediums for Stringy B. Not liking the hard tyres.
So they've both literally gone back to the starting tyres.
Yeah, possibly.
Because both sets of tyres now say 1 lap.
I see. I was looking at the position changes. 2 stops, 1 lap. Yes, that would be correct.
Random.
Yes. Let's just go back to the front.
Yeah, once they catch up, we should be underway again.
We certainly will, but luckily they've got plenty of time. It's quite a long, even though it's not the longest lap time in the world, get rid of that. 1.5 minutes, maybe high 130s, 140 potentially for a racing lap time. It's because the long straights, it's easy for them to catch up, and they're already nearly there in the background. You actually see them further down the Mistral Straight, catching the pack. So you'd have to say the safety car may be in this lap, but we may be able to actually get some racing for you, the folks. Let's hope and pray we get a clean getaway, a clean start.
I mean, that turn 1 and 2 could literally just be this new patch that's dropped.
Yeah, there was a lot of new things in this patch, and absolute no idea what it's done to improve. The safety car is coming in, folks. So Tom Brown, our de facto safety car, now our leader, is going to back the pack up, make sure he's got enough heat in his tyres. Firewooster on the hard compound tyres. What can he do in response to then fanning on the mediums? Carl is also, he's also on the mediums, and I think Ryan's on the hard tyres. Andrew on the mediums as well. So, good mix up there. Top 6, top 7, and a mix of tyres. But let's have a look. We're going to ride our ball with Tom Brown. When's he going to go? And he drops it outside the last corner as soon as he gets the power down. He decided not to. He's backing it up. Now he's decided to go. Right before the start-finish line, not too long across the straight bar. I think Firewooster saw it. Firewooster's gone with him. Is he going to have a look? Tom Brown's gone defensive into turn 1. All going to miss the apex. All clean through turn 2. Let's have a further look back as we got everybody on track. Is everything happening? Oh, we all made it through. We've all made it through. All nice and clean. We've got, who's that? Calvin Womack's having a little bit of a look on the Aston Martin of Vans, and then we've got an interested Calvin. Is he going to go through on the inside? Takes it on, a little bit of wheel banging, and he makes it. Good move.
Was that Calvin?
Certainly was.
He doesn't need a second invitation.
He doesn't. The gap was there, and that was it. Like a rag to a bull. A red rag, and he's forced his way through, and on his way he goes. But who have we got here? We have got the fanning all over the back of the Cocker Fire.
That's what I was a bit enthralled with.
Yeah, but don't forget hard tyres as he takes the wide line. Fanning takes the inside line. Who's going to have the better driver? Going to ride on board with Fanning for this one. Oh, Jacob's really struggling with the tyres. Fanning thought about having a send, but thought no, it might have tried to get the switch back, and this will be frustrating Fanning a little bit. He'll know Tom Brown's on the same compound tyres. He won't want him to get away and scamper off into the distance. You can see the grip even under braking the Fanning's got. But Jacobs does seem to set it up and gets really good traction out of turn 15. No DRS yet for another 2 laps, folks, so it's going to be a long while for Fanning as he does a good turn 1, takes as much of the curve, voids the second. That can easily send you round and round. Makes you dizzy. We've got Carl still looking interested, Ryan hanging on the back, but he's got Monster for company. And then single track as well, all within a second with Derry, the Wimpy and Hosepipe. All the top 9, all within a second of each other, as Tom Brown's got about 1.9 second gap already as Firewoosters. Wingmans are full of the Papaya McLaren. As we say there, no DRS, wings not open just yet. This is pure straight line speed. And how is Fanning's run out of the chicane?
It doesn't seem to have a straight line speed, but it's got the traction.
Yeah, that straight line speed that Jacob's running is running very low as well. Very low ride height. The car's sparking away and bottoming out. And I think on this game it does kind of affect you a little bit as well if it bottoms out.
Yeah, you do. You can certainly feel it when it hits the floor.
Yeah, you do.
It's not overly pleasant, and you've got to avoid curbs if you're running low.
Yeah, I mean, most of the curves on here are quite low and quite flat. But they're still, I think, because of the undulations in some parts of the track, still can spin you around a little bit and be a little bit difficult to navigate round. As Tom Brown sets another fastest lap, but that gap's come down a little bit.
The Firecock's hammering his ERS.
He will be. Let's go and have a look at the telemetry. 49% for Fanning. Oh, Tom Brown spun out there too! Our leader's gone round! And it's so easy, we've been saying it since the start of qualifying, it's so easy to do, and oh my days, Tom's fallen victim to it. Stuber gets multiple warning, he's the first one to get the penalty.
Jacob
spun through 5 and 6, oh my days, again, easy. So the two, probably the easiest spots on the track to do it. What's the chances on the same lap? But look at this as well now. Carl had DRS off the back of Fanning. Ryan was right up the backside of the Alpha. This is going really well for the McLaren guys. They're both on separate strategies as well. And running first and third. Now, Fanning's job just tried to scamper away a little bit. Ryan, standard, has no ERS. He's only had one racing lap and he's used it.
That's typical Ryan, is that?
Yeah, Carl's used quite a lot as well. He's only got 13% left. Fanning's the one in better location. He's got 43 as we speak. What's Monster doing? He's 62, so he's looking after his quite well. Single Track's got a hosepipe, a leaky hosepipe for company. And we know how much he loves the Alpha Tauri. So he's going to be really enjoying life there.
Car.
Oh, exactly. He's going to be loving life. And Ryan sandwiched between two red ones, albeit one is red and white. But Monster's just dropped off the back. I don't think he's had a moment through the last sector. He's outside of the DRS. And he's got Single Track still in DRS, crucially for Single Track as well, to help defend against the hosepipe. Who's got Wimpy, Womax, Vans, Tom Brown come out in 10th now. All line astern, all within DRS of each other. Fanning about 9/10. If he gets a good drive through 5 and through 6, can he eventually break that toe? And that will just leave Carl extremely vulnerable. And he gets a good run, does Fanning, as you see the gap opening, but still within the DRS. Ryan using whatever's left of the overtake button, which isn't much. But you're still closing. Not close enough this time round, unfortunately, for the Rambo. And we go again, but more importantly, Fanning has now broken that 1 second window. So, next time we get DRS, could we see a McLaren 1-2? Or let's see how strong Carl is in this final sector. Can he close that gap back down? He has just a touch to under a second. And this, I think, folks, is the path where we will stick for now. But Carl goes wide as Ryan got to move through.
Oh, Hosman spun.
Oh, hosepipe's gone. He was on the back of Single Track.
He clipped the back of him and going into turn 10, I believe.
The 11
right
Bosset. Yeah. Turn 11.
That battle were looking pretty juicy down the straight as well.
It was. It really was. But now we've got the now lead Mercedes, Womax, trying to hunt down the Williams. But here we have the battle up front. Carl's really closed in. Fanning did not have a very good last sector at all. Let's give it to that telemetry so we can see more on screen.
Tom Brown's up to 8th. He's trying to make headway back now.
Yeah, got past Vans, and unfortunately the hosepipe slipped and tripped on his own, and he is now gone. I'll tell you what, Ryan, right the way through 6. Here he goes. Is Ryan going to be close enough through 7 onto the Mistral straight? He's dropped a little bit back, just trying to be feathering the throttle, and you can see the little bunches further behind. They're really dropping Monster now, who is under massive pressure from... Oh, is Ryan going to have a look? Is Ryan going to have a look? He's not close enough, but Single Track had the DRS, and now he's going to go. Monster's going to try and find it out. He can't make it done. Is Womax now going to try to capitalise on the Potential slow exit. Single track sparking away as well. Very low right height for that Williams. Hey, that's all the expectations are weighing him down, but he's not slow at the moment. He's now up into fourth as well. Womax, is he going to try and go around the outside? Single track's gone very wide. Womax has then got Brave behind him. Nope, doesn't make it to it. As everyone's trying to take that very wide line. Womax has gone for the inside line, but everyone does have a switchback. It's very brave, very brave. Again. Tom's gone around second time. Oh, Pole Sitter has gone a second time down in 13th. And those tyres are gonna be a cooking.
Vans and Striggy are having a right battle coming through into last corner as well.
Sorry folks, we're going to cut back to that one. The two Hasses with Wimpy and the G-string. That sounds like a TV show you don't really want to watch.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is. Oh, they're about to go side by side.
But they are side by side now, yeah. Brave did not get a very good exit out of two, and then Stringy B did, and there we go. The G-string has.
Just thank you, I'm on the mediums, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's different strategies. They've got to work together a little bit on that one and see. You don't even need to be part of this. And Ryan, oh, let's have a look, Ryan, side by side. I'm not even going to even commentate on this one. Just watch, folks. It's Fanning. Oh, Ryan's gone deep into that and lost out. Will he get a penalty for it? Hopefully not. If he returns to positions when he gets back on track. Yeah, he didn't get a penalty. So at least the game glitches haven't. The gaming gods have worked well in his favour that time round. But that was exciting.
I tell you what, that Ferrari of Monsters got some straight line speed. Womax couldn't catch him with DRS.
Wow. But you also had it off the back of Single Track, who's also seems to have really good straight line speed as well. And this is a serious battle. We've got 5, 6, 7 cars now, and now Ryan. Oh, Carl's gone round!
Oh, simplest, Tom went.
Yeah. I saw the position change and went to skip up, and Carl's had a spin. And now that means, for the 3-second gap, we've then got a McLaren 1-2. Now, they work together in qualifying. How are they going to work in the race? This is going to be so exciting, and we'll see. We've got 17 laps to go. Womack's on the back of the Ferrari of the Monster. And we said he's going to have to pull out the Monster tonight, and he certainly is. He's now got a 3-second penalty, though, but Stringy B, so does he.
Well, that's something you don't expect to see in 2022, a McLaren 1-2.
No, you certainly don't. You certainly,
It'd be nice to
don't.
see, though.
And talking French.
But at least we get it in MRC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon these boys are just going to work together. If Ryan can keep close enough, keep getting the DRS for the tour.
Yeah. So look, this is must have a look on Single Track. He is. He had the. Oh, he's gone very, very deep. Wow. Yeah, I wonder if he would get a 5-second
penalty for that.
Yeah, he had to bail and he went deep, and he. I don't know. That might get looked at. I think by the. I'm not going to comment because I didn't. And now Single Track has then got Womax on Stringy. He's side by side through 10 into 11. Who's going to have the inside line? It's Womax. But Stringy B going to try to have a cutback and get a better traction up the hill. He is. Where's the Haas going to go? Is he going to try the outside? Womax goes very, very defensive as, wow, there's just like a concertina effect going on here with the other Haas, and then further down we've got the other recovering, if you want to call it that, Mercedes of the Firecock all over the back of the Aston Martin. Oh, it's a little bit of a love tap there. But they got a little bit out of shape, but Brave got a really bad exit. And now we've got the Aston Martin, but wow, what an exit from Jacob though. Everyone's in DRS and Jacob just blows past Mr. Vans.
There's action everywhere, you can't keep up tonight.
I can't. What happened to Brave? What happened to him? Brave went! That's a strange place. It went into... oh no, turn 2. It was turn 2. So Brave's now gone round. Oh my days. Hosepipes all over the back of Carl at the moment. They outreach to the top 10. They were both running fantastically well. Ryan's got the DRS and Vannings allowed him through at this moment in time. Now, is this a bit of team orders? Is this a bit of team play going on now? Now, Single Track and Monster. Single Track goes very deep. Manages to keep the inside line. Monster going to try and go around the outside. He does make it work, but they're still side by side. Right, wow, that's some close wheel-to-wheel racing. Look at that, the Ferrari, as they go through 10, side by side. Martin's got the inside line. We'll screw a little bit more speed. You can see the Ferrari takes a little bit wider, but this is allowing Womack to have a little bit stiff on the inside through 11, and it makes the move. Morse's not giving it up yet, and has to. He just couldn't get the power down.
Wow. Do you need a minute to get your breath back now?
Yeah, just a bit.
This is definitely an action-packed race, is this?
This is incredible racing. When Morse's dived into the pits now, as well, he's going to get rid of that penalty. This will drop him way, way down the order because the gaps are not very big. There are battles all the way down the field. I think the loneliest driver at this moment is Hugo Boss and Stu Belicious. They are the ones who are kind of on their own at this present time. Single track, because of the defence he's having to put up, is losing time to the top two. But I don't think he'll mind too much. I know he's just really, really happy to be back in a racing seat this evening. But now he's got
a racing seat, he's in a podium position. That's not bad for someone who's barely played the game.
Exactly, and he was quick early. We did do a practice session earlier on, and he did look really good. Now then, Womack has got Vans, and Vans is in a Mercedes sandwich. Bit of a dangerous place to be. And then we've got a Hosepipe trying to catch back up into 7th. He's taking Carl now. Obviously recovering from starting 2nd, and that big spin in turn 2. We've got a yellow in sector 2. Who's that that's gone round? Let's have a quick look. Is it Hugo Boss? It is. It's the other Williams. But I think it's the first time he's ever done this track or this game without racing line as well.
Yeah, I think he did a practice race at Austria the other night, but this is his first official league race.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. It takes time to get used to it.
He is, and he's up into 15th, and he's pulling his own, so full credit. Now Fanning's pitted.
In the pit.
Yeah, he's on the mediums. It's about right end of lap 12. Not a bad call for him to do that. Who else is going to pit? Single track, so the medium tyres. We missed that. See some of the medium tyre winners. Ooh, as an Alpha Tauri gets a little bit twitchy. There, that was Hosepipe.
This is about where the mediums are going to start dying off.
Yeah, so this is going to be strategic now. It's definitely a one-stop race. I'm sure they'll be putting the hard compound tyres on. Let's have a quick look. It's the hard for Fanning single track. Tom Brown is in the pits. Monster has already pitted as well. Now that's going to be interesting. Where is single track is out the pits. Monster's probably had a spin because he was close obviously to single track. And he used the start finish straight away now.
Yeah, I think as soon as their mediums get warm, that's it. And Hosepipe's taking Vans here.
Yeah, he is. Let's have a quick look. It's a DRS train, but Vans is coming back on. Did he contact? Locks up with his contact.
That wasn't pretty.
That was not pretty. I think I don't even know what to think. I think no. I'm moving on. Moving on from that one.
Reserve judgment. We'll see it in the stewards.
Yeah, we will. We will. If you have your opinions, please don't write them in the chat. Keep them to yourself. The stewards will have a look at that later on. But let's have a look now. We've got Ryan on his own in the lead. Just going to pump up those lap times, make the most of what's left of his tyres and try to take them as long as possible. Possibly only about another 3 laps he would have to say before then he decides to make a dive for the medium compound. And he'll be set for the end of the race. Womack 6.7 back. There we go. Hosepipe has now pitted now. You see. You mentioned the pit lane entry. And I did a practice earlier, and every single time I went to the pits, even if I tried to keep it within those lines slowly, I got a warning.
I think that's what's happened to Hosepipe. And not others.
Yeah. So you've got a 5-second penalty that he's going to serve for that corner cut, and he's going to have a front wing change as well. This is going bad to us for our Pole City yet again. Carl has now pitted as well. He's made his pit stops onto the hard. The only one left. 2 actually, Hugo Boss and Genie are the only ones left to pit, still on the medium compound tyres. But let's go back. We've now got the Mercedes boys together on track. They are 2nd and 3rd. Of course, yet to make a pit stop. Then we have Vans 3 seconds further back after that incident, we shall call it, as Hugo Boss had a collision with Stube and got 5 seconds for it.
It certainly looks that way.
And they are now on track. I think Hugo may have had a pit. If not, he's he's cooked his tyres and spun. Oh, keep going, Hugo. Keep on going, my friend. You never know what's going to happen. There could potentially be another safety car. There could be anything that happens. Monster had 5 seconds stop and go. Of course he did. Yeah, Monster had that 5-second penalty. That's what's caused him to drop down. Thank you, chappers. Forgot about that. As he goes pitted and 5 seconds for it, and he's DNF'd in the pit lane. That's an unfortunate way to end.
Might need a word about that later.
Yes. That's something we condone here, folks. You want to try and make it to the end, no matter how your race is going. You know, you could be...
Genie, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Ooh, it's a very...
That line just creeps up on you so quickly.
It does, yeah. Calvin, 3-second penalty. Let's have a quick look at the penalties, because we've got a few gaps, just over a second at the moment, while we wait for the pit stop phases to finish. So... and everyone to sort themselves out. This is the closest on-field was between the two Mercedes boys. 3 seconds for Vans, 3 for Calvin and his Zootopia. Tom Brown with 3, Monster with 3, Hosepipe with 3, 6 for Stu, 9 for Stringy B, and 11 for Genie, because that 5 seconds, of course, all for speeding in the pit lane, so that would be 6 if he didn't have that.
Last time I looked, he only had 3 for track limits. Must have picked up another one that we missed. Yeah,
as briefly pops up. So 6.8 still the gap, and then the two Mercedes next to each other on track.
Ryan's going to be loving this, that he's leading the race.
He is, but he's just going to manage that one now. He'll know what Fanning's doing. I know they're in a party together. They will be talking, and there we go. Woomax has decided now he's the first one to pit. Virus will possibly go in, and he's got a 5-second penalty for his troubles. You mentioned the line comes up, you either get a warning or you're getting a penalty. Who else is in the pits? Well, this is the second round of pit stops, so we're going to start seeing the hard tyres. So Genie gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting now. That might be the Mistral straight that I think he's done that on 8 and 9. So a lot of people in the pits. This is where the hard tyre winners, as we say, will be swapping to the mediums and going to the end. And then this is going to see who has got the right strategy, who is going to be the one, the man on the mission. Who's going to come out on top of this one? It has all quietened down a little bit now.
Yeah, from all that action we had earlier.
Yeah, I can breathe. And I'm not even sure where we're looking at now. This is going to be interesting. Now, single track has come out. He's out in the mediums. He's now gone to the hard tyres. Woomax has come out. He went a bit longer. He started on the hards. Now he is on the mediums. But single track, only half a second further back. He's going to have DRS. Woomax already gone to the left-hand side and now drifts over to the right, which will be the racing line to go into the brakes. But single track's closing. He's going to have a late look. Ooh, nearly missed his brake a little bit, but luckily no contact there, and away we go for another lap. That gap has gone up slightly from Ryan to Firecockle. That's now 7.7 seconds. You have to say the top 5 pretty much on their own as it stands. Fireboost is now pitted. Ryan obviously still feeling good on his tyres, and we know he's good on them as well.
Yeah, he is a bit of a tyre whisperer.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's holding out for the softs at the end.
You'd have to go about another 5 laps, you'd have to say.
It's brave, but it can be done.
It can. Yeah, maybe another 5 laps on those tyres.
I think the closest battle at the moment is Vans, Carl and Stringy in it. 9th, 10th and 11th.
Yes, we're going to have a look at that one now. Good call, Vans. Yeah, Carl. Difficult race for him, but he's got Stringy B for company. Carl does have DRS, but he hasn't got the slipstream and the RS movement, and that's going to be the G-string. Dives into turn 1 and takes that final point scoring position, and the man on a move is further down. He's in 13th. It is the hosepipe. He had a snap, and I have no idea what happened there. What a glitch that was.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Snapped off and then back on track.
Yeah. I don't know what it looked like from his point of view.
Probably nothing wrong at all.
Yeah, probably. Now single tracks now coming up behind Fire Rooster. Fire Rooster just come out of the pits on the medium tyres. Single tracks trying to go the outside of 8. He's got the inside line for 9. Fire Rooster's going to have the traction. Is he going to? But single tracks also got his tyres warmed up to where he wants them to be. Lights flashing though. No ERS for the Willy Boy tonight. And I think Fire Rooster's used a lot of his as well. Gene with another penalty. Oh, Mr. Clean, not so clean this evening, having a lot of hardships as he pits now from 17th place. But you'd have to say that switch, as Genie has now retired from the session. Okay, Chris is saying Ryan's plan is the softs at the end, as he now has decided to pit. Has he gone to the softs? He hasn't. He's gone to the medium tyres. That's allowed Dumas Hornet and Calvin and his Zoo to take first and second. But there we are. Look at that. We're back. Fanning, Ryan, third and fourth. You'd have to say net 1 and 2 after the Dumas Hornet and the Zoo man take their pit stops, which they're going quite long as well. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, oh, they've taken a stop. Apologies. You have to say they have to stop again. 16 laps on those hards. They're not going to be feeling too good.
That's been what, 26, 27 on the tyres if they went to the end, which is doable, but they're not going to feel nice.
Yeah, they have got a 6-second gap now to Fanning. So that's what, 10.5 seconds for Hornet. Do you reckon he'll try and take it? But Hornet's had a moment. As we were talking about, we didn't even have him on stream. I can't even call it commentator's curse this time, but that's allowed Calvin to escape. Now then, the question is, what I was going to try and say is, the gaps they've got, if they lose a bit of time towards the end of the race, would it be worth trying to eke it out and lose half a second or a little bit more?
It's possible. It depends how much the tyres drop off, how much of a whisperer you are on them.
Yeah.
Because I find the hards, once you hit about 20 laps, go a bit like 50-60%. They're not feeling very good. No.
We're having a few. They're trying to be a bit inside the knowledge here. Bergen said Calvin's not stopping. Bailey said Ryan's plan is softs, and well, he pitted straight away and went to medium. So, yeah. So I don't know how reliable our source is.
What are the McLarens going to do?
Yeah, Ryan was less than a second. Now he's dropped back to 1.5. But you're right, what are they going to do? They're just going to play it by ear. But the thing is, he's going to have to step on it. He's getting Womax for company now. He's going to be in his DRS. And that's the scary part for Ryan. That's the worrying bit, because he's going to have to get the hammer down. He's going to have to close up onto the back of his teammate. Womax has now got the DRS. So you can see it wide open. Ryan's too far back. He needs to do what he did earlier, I think, and get back into that slipstream.
Fire J's spun again.
Oh, he has. Oh my days.
Not a good night for the Merc boy.
Yeah, it's not. It's been very, very difficult. Yeah, Stevenson, they lose half a second a lap, but if you think, it depends how long they've got left and if they can afford to do that, and can they defend as well. Ryan's now got into the DRS. All of his teammate, right, the ERS light flashing on that McLaren, which, well, you know, that's a standard setting. So we'll move on. But the 6 seconds from Calvin to Fanning. 1-7 to Dumas Hornet. There's the battle. There's Calvin up ahead as they start down the start-finish straight. But this is... Well, you'd think the net lead? Will we see the net lead?
You would think so, although Fanning's not making any ground on them at the moment.
Not at the moment, no, he's not. He's got the hard tyres on, don't forget. Ryan is the one on the mediums. Will they have a swap? What's Womax? The tyres Womax's. Oh, can we see mediums as well? Are we going to see Fanning struggle a little bit? I mean, we saw everyone battling early on, and there was a mix of tyre compounds in that fight. But this is nose to tail. You'd have to say Fanning may be very, very vulnerable down this straight. Which way he going to go? Which way is Ryan going to go? We're going to ride on board with Womax, who's at the back of this pack. Ryan goes to the left and takes Fanning. There's a slipstream for Womax. He's coming, gets Fanning. Is he going to try and have a move on Ryan as well at the end of the straight? He's not going to this time. Fanning, nothing he could do there. DRS stream was just too powerful, and everyone's so close.
Yeah, that's the problem with these big straights. Once you get a DRS train, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I think, now let's just have a quick double. Yeah, 5 seconds for Womax. That might have been a speeding in the pit lane fault.
What's Calvin got?
Calvin has got
3.
So, see what Ryan can do about Calvin. He has got quite, let's have a look, to the leader. He's got 6.3 seconds, 6.4 to make up. He's going to want, of course, to drag and bring Fanning along for the ride with him. We're right on board with Tom Brown, who's locked in a battle with Vans and, of course, the boss man as well. Now, I'll tell you what, Tom gets a really good drive off the last. Dumas Hornet's got a 3-second penalty as well to go with it. But Tom Brown was right on board with this. He's going to start start again. Martin's going to make him go the outside into turn 1. That's, of course, the inside into 2. But Martin does back out of it. By Rooster has got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. He must have gone way off track to get that. And he's pitted. Is that one of those pit lane ones?
Let's have a look.
So as it stands, Ryan is 4 seconds and is now getting attacked by Womax. He's going on the outside of 8. Is Ryan going to hold him on the outside? No, he can't make it done. Womax gets that spot. Now into the podium position. Don't forget 5 seconds for Womax. 3 seconds for the top 2 as well in terms of penalties. Now, these guys, they're all good because they want that track position. Of course, that's what we do. We are racers. But this could slow them down. This could be a revival. This could be completely like a let-off for the top 2, both with 3-second penalties. They're planning on not stopping again, and they can hold on to their tyres for the next 7 laps or so. Let's have a look at the penalties for Tommy Bachman, Mr. Bachmiso, asking for the penalty situation, which is obviously what we're talking about right now. As we watch these battles, we watch the gap in front, as actually Womack's taken quite a bit of time off there, hasn't he? He had a good last sector.
I think what Ryan needs to do here is let Womax play catch up and just stick with him.
Yeah, definitely. Don't
if
forget.
Womax gets within DRS of Dumbest Hornet, Ryan could win this race if he's right on the back of him.
Exactly that, and Fanning needs to keep touch as well. He's got the hard tyres on. He's going to be pushing as hard as he can to do that. Don't forget, folks, get into the description. Jump in there and click on the link to vote for your driver of the day. It will close. I can't actually remember when it closes now. When does it
Sometime
close?
tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is tomorrow. But jump in, vote for your driver of the day. We've got 5 racing laps left, and we've got a Stu Belicious, I think that is, who's unfortunately getting lapped by these folks now. But I'll tell you what, Womack's really starting to reel in the top 2. The gap was over 4 seconds, now 2.8 already. Yes, 2 moves out the way and gets a 10-second time penalty. I don't know.
Penalties on this track seem to be broken at the moment.
A little bit. Stringy B having a fight with Single Track. He's struggling now. I think he's had a moment, actually. He was ghosted. Single Track now down in 10th. He's going to be under pressure from the hosepipe, who's flashing away the Alpha Tauri. They were here earlier, and then the hosepipe going to go on the outside. Oh, Single Track, he must have had contact. Single Track's gone round.
Oh no, it's not what we wanted on his first race back.
Oh, he was having a really, really strong race. Now, Dumas Hornet is in DRS of Calvin at the front. Womack's 2.5 seconds further back, but dragging Ryan along. Fanning's dropped back to nearly 2 seconds off his teammate as well. That's not what's going to be needed for the McLaren boys. Yeah, Bergen, you're right.
Strong result for the boys tonight, though.
It will be a strong result. You're right. Fanning needs to get the pedal down, get those tyres fired back up, and get onto the back of this, because there are potential podium places to have, sir. So get moving. I think Womack will be worn. He's out of any chance when it comes to Hornet and Calvin, but this is going to be the fight. Is the DRS going to be enabled? Just outside this time round. Calvin pushing hard. We're going to have a look. Going on. Let's have a look at the telemetry and see. Now 25% Dumas Hornet pushing on for 3%, 2% for Calvin. That shows how hard he is pushing. What's Womack? 6%. We already know what Ryan is. And 11% for... We knew about
Pretty
that.
much nothing, as always.
Yes. But we'll move on. I tell you what, 1.9 now the gap. So it's that middle and last sector that Womack's exceptionally strong with. And Ryan as well. Those medium tyre runners now, they've still lots of life left. And there we are, top 4 all in one frame, folks. This is it, don't go anywhere. All 46 of you, get in the chat. Get on to voting for your drive of the day. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know how you're feeling. And we'll not be an agony aunt to you. We might ridicule you, but...
that's part of the fun.
Exactly. What we do. But here we are, fight for the lead, fight for the win. Fanning really dropping off. I don't know if he may have damage somewhere, if he's had a little collision, but he's really falling back now. Possibly into the clutches of Tom Bowen. He's still got 5 seconds to him, but he's dropped another second in that lap alone. Now, is Womack's going to have the traction through 5 and 6 to get into the DRS zone of Dumas Hornet? Got to be very careful, can't be too eager on the throttle. He has got DRS. So now we've got the top 4 all there on the Mistral straight. We're going to ride on Bob Devine. He will be able to see all 4 of them, but this is Dumas Hornet. It's going to make a move to the outside. Is he going to have a go as Calvin's trying to fight back? Go around the outside. Calvin's now trying to switch back. And can he do it? Is he going to get the traction? Oops, right. Side by side they go out of 9. Who's going to be into 10? This is all flat out. We've seen accidents and incidents here earlier, but there we go. Dumas Hornet takes the provisional lead of this race. Womack's in close quarters. We know how strong those medium tyre winners are in this last sector as well. This is where they gained all the time. This is where the battling has been all race long. And wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know who to call. What's going on?
I can't believe how close these 4 are.
And it's been like this most of the race. I think Womack's, Ryan, Fanning, and a few others are going to be absolutely exhausted after this. Because
you just can't move your eyes away from it.
You can't. You don't know who to talk about next and who's going to do what next. Calvin not close enough down that straight, but look at this, no ERS for either of them. Actually, the best 2 are Womack's and Dumas Hornet at this present time. No one's got any ERS, and it takes, as we know, a long time in this game to charge their batteries.
Oh, this track is awful for recharge.
Yeah, well, there's no heavy braking zones really. There's one which is turn 8, and that's the heaviest, and that's not even a hard braking. But here we go, folks. This is it now. What can Calvin do? Dumas Hornet trying to get the drive out of 6 and 7, but Womack's got a blooming good move. So he's going to go. Is he going to try and do a double? Whoa, what happened there? Womack's got a slapper on. He lost the back end. Under braking, Womack's has spun.
That's a shame after how well it's been going.
Well, that was the strangest thing, I think. That's one of the... wow. I don't know what to go with that. So, yeah, wow.
We'll see if we get a hand up after that one.
Yeah, that's strange. We've got an Alfa Romeo fighting away, not getting out the way of the leaders as they should. But now we've got Dom with another penalty. Calvin all over the back of Hornet. Ryan, just to be fair, Ryan can stay there. That Alfa Romeo is not helping anybody. Who is that? That will be Stubelicious is fighting with the leaders. But look at this. Calvin gets a drive off last corner. He's going to have DRS. Oh, that's a bit of a glitch. Jumping around, but is he going to have a move into turn 1? We'll see, wheel to wheel. It's still going to be late on the brakes. Dumas Hornet keeps it just. Someone's definitely glitching.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if that's what caused the other one.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, well, that's true actually, because there it wasn't near anybody there, Womack's, and so unlucky. And now we've got it again. Stubes in, well, yeah, in the middle of all that. So there are not 4 drivers in this fight, folks. There are just the 3, and he is the man, the top 2, and Calvin's going to the outside, is he alongside? He certainly is. Who's going to be latest on the brakes? Takes that wide line and gives plenty of room to the Red Bull. Now the Red Bull's trying to fight back on the exit. Wow! Calvin kind of cuts his nose and says, not today, my friend, not today, folks. You're not going to get past me again. And away he goes. One more lap after this, folks. Ryan there in third, sitting pretty, doesn't need to do anything, he will get these. Don't forget there's 3 seconds worth of penalties for the top 2. And now Fanning has started to close back in with these guys, tripping themselves up. Fanning's bringing himself back into contention. Let's have a quick look at the gap to the leader. He's within 3 seconds of the leader. This could still be a 1-2 for McLaren as Doob has gone round.
Oh, let's not go. Stop blocking views anyway. I thought he'd actually cleared the top 3 then and was about to scamper away.
I thought he was trying to actually as well. Dumas Hornet has he's got a little bit of work to do. He's got 8 tenths further back to Calvin, but we've still got one long more DRS zone to go. Calvin leads the way. Dumas Hornet, Ryan in third. Fanning has now pulled himself back. He is now in fourth, but he's also brought Womack's recovering Mercedes back with him. A penalty for Womack, don't forget as well. Fanning gets a 3-second penalty. Oh my days! He'll be kicking himself.
Maybe not a McLaren 1-2 then.
Oh, it could really hamper it, but let's have a look at this one, folks. 8 tenths of a second from Dumas Hornet to Ryan. Ryan has also got only 3 tenths, and he's closing. He's going to have the benefit of a much more powerful steam trim. Pulls the inside, it's going to be latest and bravest on the brakes. Into a Ryan backs out of it. Dumas Hornet goes a little bit deep. Ryan going to try and get the drive on the switchback. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Dumas Hornet, no ERS. Yes, still, folks, we've been through this 4 laps ago. They're still not going to have any left, but Ryan's going through to the side by side. Ryan's on the inside. There's the Red Bull. Little bit of a wheel love tap. Ryan's got the inside line. And Dumas Hornet has to back out of it. Can't get to the apex of the corner. Ryan now in second on the road. Fanning and Womack's having a little scrap. They've dropped a little bit further back. They're fighting for 4th and 5th. Well, here we go. Calvin is going to come across 2 corners left to go. The Ferrari, who had to pit on lap 1 for wing damage, has gone long on his stint. And Calvin's going to come across the line as the winner. But after penalties, it's going to be Ryan that takes the win. Calvin in second, Dumas Hornet in third. Fanning will take 4th after all that. Womack will be 5th. Tom Brown, our pole sitter, after, well, good recovery I'd have to say from that, has come back to 6th. Vans in 7th. Single track is on his own a little bit. He's had some unfortunate excursions, you could say, and comes across the line in 8th. Wimpy Boy comes across the line in 9th, and then Seb Mail will round out. Sorry, Carl after penalties. Carl gets the last point scoring position here in front. Seb Mail 11th, our second on the road. Hosepipe, another time he's had a great opener, and unfortunately it hasn't worked out for him. He is in 12th. Monster across the line in 13th. Didn't go his way that second stint. And then Fire Rooster again didn't unfortunately go his way today. What a great battle they all had early on. As there we go, he's now crashed over the line. But we'll unfortunately we'll try to avoid that.
What a race though.
That was incredible.
And you've got to take your hat off to Calvin and Dumas Hornet there. 26 laps on the hards.
Yeah.
There must have been ice skating at the end of that.
You would have to think so. You would have to say. And there he is. He's got his stilts on. The micro man in the McLaren. I went nearly a full stream without it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't bring myself to do it. So Ryan keeps a clean sheet. No penalties for him. He takes the win from Calvin in second, Dumas Hornet in third, Fanning 4th, Womack's 5th, as you were. Well, we've seen them all. And Womack's 10 seconds worth of penalties in the end, but the gap was too large to Tom Brown, so he will stay 5th, and Tom will be 6th, Vans in 7th, Single Track in 8th, Conway the Brave in 9th, Carl rounds out the point. Seb Mill, 3 pit stops for him today. Not his day, but a good drive nonetheless. Hosepipe, again, not one to remember. He is in 12th, Monster 13th. Good though from 19th. It was good drive. Virus again didn't go his way. 2 pit stops he had to make. Stringy B 15th, Stubalicious in 16th, and a lap down. Genie was a retirement. So was Hugo Boss, Derry Girl, and JML has been pulled from the shelves this evening. Yeah, what a race that was. Wow.
It definitely was. I'm speechless after that.
I need to be. I wish I was. That was incredible.
I think you need a rather large room after that.
I've got to drive next. I've got my race next. But that was absolutely what a way again for the second week to open MRC's second week and open a Monday night.
Yeah, it was a hell of a race, that.
It really was. That was absolutely superb.
Hopefully that'll get some good views, because that's definitely worth a watch.
That is, yeah, you've got to share that video out there, folks. That is what MRC is all about. That's what they can do. That's our Tier 2, and now in approximately 50 minutes' time, we will have Tier 1 will be out there showing what they can do around the zigzag French circuit of Paul Ricard. We have been the M&M duo, Mark and Mark. We thank you so much for watching, taking part in the chat. Sorry we couldn't read any more out, but it was just too enthralling. Couldn't really drag ourselves away. Next you by Le Banshee himself and the King Kong Cocker in Tier 1 commentary. So don't go anywhere. Come back in 15 minutes. If you ring that bell, you will get notified when those folks go live and bring you all the action from Tier 1. But from us, for now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Hope you're not out of breath and have lost your voice as much as, well, we have. And we look forward to seeing you soon, and of course on Wednesday. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely evening. Good night.
Night.